the Bible like never before. Because once you know what existed before Adam, you'll never read Genesis the same way again. Chapter 1. The Gap in Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, but the next sentence shatters the rhythm, and the earth was without form and void. Wait, what happened between verse 1 and verse 2? In the original Hebrew, Genesis 1:2 reads, Veha aretz hayata tohu vabohu, and the earth became formless and void. That phrase, tohu vabohu, doesn't mean raw potential or creative blank slate. It's a phrase used only a few times in all of Scripture, and every time it signals judgment. Isaiah 34 uses it to describe a land destroyed by wrath. Jeremiah 4 uses it for a city reduced to ashes. Tohu vabohu doesn't describe the start of creation. It describes the aftermath of desolation. So the real question isn't what did God create in Genesis 1:1, it's what happened. That left the earth in ruins. This is where the gap theory begins. A growing number of biblical scholars, including early church fathers, Jewish mystics, and modern theologians, have suggested that between Genesis 1:1 and 1:2, there was a gap, not just in grammar, but in cosmic history, a time before Adam, a world that existed and was judged. God doesn't create chaos, He judges into it. Because Scripture says God is not the author of confusion, 1 Corinthians 14:33. And yet in verse 2, we find confusion, darkness, and void. This raises an uncomfortable possibility. Genesis doesn't start with creation, it starts with divine aftermath. A buried rebellion, a lost war. One ancient Jewish tradition found in early Midrashic texts claims that God created multiple worlds before this one and destroyed them.